Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Thursday, September 18th, 2025. So, did you find this crossword to be like 17 across, too much? Or possibly 14 down, godsend?
No, neither.
Neither, okay.
Well, maybe too much.
Too much?
It was by Adam Wagner.
Yes.
And when you see that name, I always think hard but clever.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an apt description of this one. It was hard, but it was also very clever.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one who felt this way.
Oh, yes. And I was doing it with my tag team partner.
Right.
And we got through like 3/4 of the puzzle. We didn't have anything. We had a couple of guesses, both of which turned out to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And we just couldn't get anything. And then finally, we made a little one over here and then one over there and got them all connected. And we eventually got it solved. But boy, it was a challenge.
Yes.
A real challenge today, but thank you, Adam. It was a good challenge.
I thought it was a Saturday that accidentally slipped into Thursday.
Well, I was pretty sure it was a Friday, but then I'm like, oh no, it's only Thursday.
I mean, it has a theme. You're right. It feels like a Friday today, and this didn't talk me out of it.
Yeah, no kidding.
It had a theme, so it couldn't have been a Saturday, but otherwise it would have been a good Saturday.
Yeah. So,
we should talk about that theme because it really is extraordinary.
Well, it is extraordinary. And the theme clues were easy to find because they were italicized. And they didn't make any sense when you solved them until you really read between the lines of the clue. Well, the first one was, I believe, 25 across.
No, 17 across.
Oh, 17 across, yes. Meditation chant, in a sense. And the answer was too much. But if you parse that out, right in the middle of too much, you have OM, for the last O of two and the M of much, which is Om, which is a meditation chant. If you take that out, you have TOUCH, touch. So you have a meditation chant, in a sense, the sense of touch.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then the next one was 25 across, tennis do-over, in a way. And the answer was roulette. That was, I think, where we finally figured out what was going on. Because right in the middle of it, of course, is let, which is a tennis do-over. In a way, if you take the let out, you get ROUTE, route, which is away. So you have a tennis do-over in a way. So then we move on to 34 down, which was really clever here. Superman portrayer Christopher in so many words. And the answer to that was a rare event. And of course, right in the middle of it was Reeve, the RE of rare and the EVE of event. So you had Reeve, Christopher Reeve, who did play Superman. And then surrounding that was RANT, rant. So you had Superman portrayer Christopher in so many words. Reeve in a rant.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. So let's see. I think, how many more were there? 2 more?
I think there's 49 across and 58 across.
Right. Okay, 49 across was passport or driver's license in a manner of speaking. And that was accident. And of course, if you take the ID out of the middle, which is a passport or driver's license, you get accent. So passport or driver's license, ID, in a manner of speaking, accent. And then finally, this last one was really crazy, 58 across, action star jet in a nutshell. And of course, the answer was pelican. And of course, it's Jet Li, L-I, right there in the middle. And surrounding it was pecan. So that was kind of a funny one.
And I think that's where I figured it out.
Oh, really?
Because pecan is the, nutshell pecan. That's sort of obvious. All the rest of them required a little more, of a punny read of the clue.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But very, very well done.
yeah, I really needed that. I was trying to do this without really grokking the theme, as I sometimes try and do. And this one, I needed the theme.
Oh, yes. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense at all.
In fact, for roulette, I was trying to figure out, how do I parse this? Do I go R-O? Because I think I had the R and the O, and is it going to be R-O something and then U-T-E, or R-O-U something T-E? And it was the latter, with R-O-U followed by let.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, just all the other clues.
Yes.
And nothing came to mind. Like, what across? Customize them all in one internet digest. I don't know. And then
It was an RSS feed.
And then 8 across, shoots for the stars. It turned out to be goes big.
Yeah, I went for aims big.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It didn't get me very far.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or 16 across, thumbs down for me. Turned out to be I vote no.
Right.
So and then there were some I absolutely didn't know, like 28 across, equine hybrid was a hinny.
That was a shocker to me. I was like, oh, it has to be Jenny.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard of Jenny relating to some sort of a hybrid, but it was a hinny.
Yeah. Yeah. 32 across, Thingham turned out to be doodad.
Yes, that was good. I approve of that.
Yeah.
Is from the What the Deuce family of clues.
So I don't just, like, they just brought nothing to mind. And we were just kind of looking at each other like, I don't know. So
even like 15 across, game played on an 8x8 board. I could not think of any game that was played on an 8x8 board. Well, actually, no, chess. Okay, forgot about that.
Chess and checkers, but neither one of them fit.
Okay, now I can think of two. But I needed the third, which was Othello.
Othello, yes.
We had, let's see, 20 across, something you might change on a bed. So I wanted it to be sheets, but it was diaper.
Yep.
And 28 down, coming off of Hinny, we had quality to which a unique 6-character code is assigned in a graphic design, hue.
Yeah. Now that is one I knew.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It actually is 6 characters. They weren't just going for like a hexadecimal number or something.
No, it's just six numbers.
And it's unique?
Yep.
And it's 6 characters as in letters, like A through Z?
Well, no, it could be like A2952 or.
Can it be any letter other than A through F?
I really don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just know that's, they assign a number to each one of those. And, there's such slight variations.
Right.
You take a color like pink, I mean light pink, coral pink.
Sure.
Deep pink, Barbie pink. So, and each one of those has a different number.
Well, if I'm not mistaken from my web dev days, it's actually a number. It can consist of the letters A through F and then the digits 0 through 9.
Oh, really?
And it actually represents a numeric value, 0 to 255.
Oh.
And actually, no, 3 triplets of 0 to 255, I think. I have to sort of research this a bit,
I
but
have no idea.
not really too critical here. Well, I had, my biggest problem was the top right corner. At least I thought it was until I discovered that I had the top right corner and I still didn't have the happy music.
Yeah.
So we mentioned the shoots for the stars goes big. 8 down was a victorious military underdog in the Bible. So I immediately thought about the Maccabees.
Oh, sure.
Which would not fit.
No.
And then I thought about Samson. I thought, ooh, that fits. And in fact, the O-N fitted at the end, but it turned out to be Gideon.
Gideon, yeah.
Some chap with a Bible that he keeps leaving around, I believe.
Not quite, but actually, I don't know that the story of the Maccabees, well, it's in some Bibles. It's not in every Bible.
Well, it's in the...
But if a Bible has an apocrypha, it's in there.
Oh,
But,
I'm not really sure. I just knew that, there were these Maccabees and they fought a lot.
Yep.
Next to it, we had 9 down, sports bet based on total points scored, over under.
Right.
We've had that one before. I don't think it's shown up. Okay, it's shown up a total of 3 times.
Wow.
Twice in 2021, that was over under's heyday. Boy, has it really been that long?
I guess.
Because I can sort of remember that.
No, I don't.
Huh. Maybe it was one of those clues where just over or under was in the answer.
Could be.
But anyways, that was a problem for me. I had it ending in ER and I thought, oh, it's something wager.
Oh.
But it wasn't. And I had over wager for a while, but Doodad came to my rescue. 26 down, France's third largest city after Paris and Marseille was Lyon.
Lyon.
Boy, I kept thinking about Rouen.
Well, that was our dilemma. Is it Rouen or is it Lyon?
Mm-hmm.
We could think of those two four-letter cities in France.
I wanted it to be Ibid, but that's from yesterday's crossword.
31 down. It was funny. I read it. Arcade staple with a joystick. And everybody said, well, that could be any of them. Don't they all have joysticks?
Well, that's true.
It turned out to be the crane game.
Yes.
So,
I remember the crane game.
the old crane game.
Yeah, they lure you in. 13 down, I thought was really sneaky. Slothfulness. So I thought it had to be idleness,
Yes.
laziness,
Yeah.
inertia.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can't really quibble about clues here, but I think about slothfulness as being something willful. You are willfully slothful, as
Yes.
opposed to inertia, which is just an act of physics.
Right. Uh-huh.
But I will definitely defer to Adam on this.
Yeah, I needed that one explained. So,
And that one 14 down, fortuitous gift was godsend.
right.
What a great clue.
Yep.
I just like saying the word fortuitous. Okay, what'd you have for 41 across? Blank Kong.
King.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody else did too.
Uh-huh.
And then it became Hong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yep.
43 down, do some storytelling, narrate. That wasn't too bad.
No.
Uh,
And the one next to it, 42 down, kind of illusion. Well, the only thing I could think of was optical. And
Right.
That was right.
Yeah, that was, I think
That's
that,
what got us off of King and onto Kong.
I think my first answer might have been 55 across, Gershwin brother Ira.
Yes. Yes, we got that one too.
And I hoped it wasn't Ira and, doesn't he have another brother? Like George? Okay, well, it wasn't George. That wasn't going to fit. We had 57 down. Its youngest host was a 7-year-old Drew Barrymore in 82. SNL.
Right.
Really? They had a 7-year-old as a host?
Apparently.
That's got to be illegal.
I don't know.
And let's see, there was another one here that I thought was amusing. 46 across. That was Bar from the Bank. Ingot.
Yes.
That was sort of clever.
Did you know 38 down?
Probably not.
Constellation whose name is Latin for lizard. Lacerta.
No, I had enough letters, like everything except the C, to figure out there was probably a C. But yeah, that was sort of tough. They did have 37 down, credit cards, so to speak, plastic. But again, even with something like that, my brain is such that I need a letter. Give me any letter in the word plastic, and I probably would have gotten it. But when I first saw it, I'm like, credit cards, I don't know,
Right.
tool of the devil or something like that. I don't know what exactly. I'd like to apologize, by the way, to Visa and MasterCard and American Express for that last remark. Okay. Otherwise, they're going to raise my rates again.
It's interesting. Our daughter kept thinking that was a themed clue. And she's like, because it says credit cards, so to speak, like all the others, they did a little phrase after. But I kept trying to make her understand, no, it is not italicized. It is not a theme clue. There's nothing in it.
Yeah, well, but not only that, it goes against the convention of it had the word in it.
Yes.
It didn't have the word in. So, but still, it's good to have someone to solve the crossword with.
Well, that was before we realized that there was a clue answer within an answer. All the rest of them just had, those little phrases at the end, and so we know. But I'm like, no, not a theme.
One that I was maybe readier for than usual, 27 across, counterparts of countesses in British peerage, and that was earls.
Yes.
I just think it should be a count and a countess. And I keep saying that wrong. It sounds like I'm talking about a CPA, a countess, like.
Well, counterparts of countesses in British peerage. I don't believe there is a countess. They don't have countesses in British peerage, but they have earls and dames and lords and ladies, of course, kings and queens, duchesses and dukes. But I don't think there's a countess.
See, for me, countess sounds.
Unless maybe they do. Maybe earl and countess. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't remember hearing that.
Here comes
there's some royal countess in the British family there.
I think Earl. Yeah, I think Earl is. There's the Earl of Winchester and the Earl of Stratford-on-Avon or something like that.
But then is that person's wife a countess?
That is a fascinating question. Yeah. If only there were some place that we could look. Oh, a countess is a noble woman, so it is a woman, first of all, of the rank of a count or earl, or the wife or widow of a count or earl. So it does go with count, but it also goes with earl.
But it goes with earl, so it must be in British peerage, because there are earls in British peerage, but I just never heard countess.
So I'm going to start my campaign now to introduce the word earlette into the English language. I'd like you to meet the earl and the earlette.
Yes.
That's much more symmetric.
Sense.
It's more symmetric, yes, rather than earl and countess. It's just like, who are you? Shouldn't you be with a count rather than this earl guy? So I ended up, I don't know where you ended up, but I ended up at 21 down. Holdings of winnings. And the answer was prize pots.
Yes.
But not in my mind, because 40 across, goal to shoot for, I thought bar, and I thought you'd sort of try and, clear the bar or something like that. So I had prize bots. Now, the 21 down was holdings of winnings. And I thought, well, maybe a bot holds prizes. I thought it was something online. So I had prize bots. And I couldn't get anything to work. I was feeling pretty good about everything in the grid. And then finally, because I looked at every other answer in the grid multiple times, I'm like, goal to shoot for and holdings of winnings. I thought, what's a prize bot doing holding a winning? And that's where I got my spidey sense went off.
All right.
And I got prize pots. Did you get that right away? You probably got par right away.
Par came, I think we had the A and the R, so then we knew it had to be a P. So
Not me.
Not me, yes. Mm-hmm.
But, all right. Well, this was an extraordinarily tough crossword by Adam Wagner.
Yep.
Hopefully not setting the stage for a Friday that no one can do, and a Saturday that had to be revoked because it was going to cause too much outrage on wordplay.
Yes.
It's like, we are preemptively not publishing today's crossword, which, by the way, was by Sam Mazursky. So, let's see. I think that is it for today. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Let us know what you thought about this Adam Wagner crossword. Drop us a line, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Otherwise, we will be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of Friday's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.